a lot of things. Oh my god, it's got a shaker in it. Good morning, my loves. This is a very quick update from me. It is Saturday morning and I am just about to drive into Manchester to go to Fiction Fest. I'm going to get into Manchester a little bit early, but I don't think I'll actually be early for the event because normally I park on the other side of Manchester to Bridgewater Hall. But I thought the weather's meant to get better. It's a bit rainy and miserable here. It's meant to clear up a bit. It's meant to be a nice day. So I'm hoping that I don't need to take my bigger jacket and I'm just going to brave the walk across the city to get there and get a coffee and some breakfast on the way. So yeah, I'm so excited. Let's go. Lovelies, I have come outside for a bit of a break. It is about 2 o'clock. I haven't actually spoken to the camera while I've been in there at all, just because it's been quite busy and I'm here by myself, so I don't know if it maybe feels a bit awkward, but I am having such a good time. I went to the talk in the morning about content creation from a few bookstagrammers, which was really nice to hear about. It's nice to hear how they find it, and I also thought it was really interesting hearing from the three of them all say that they prefer Instagram to TikTok. Now, I tried and started doing some TikTok last year. That's kind of how I got into making this channel. And I just found that TikTok wasn't the right platform for the kind of chatting that I like to do, like I love to yap. So then it's interesting seeing people that only kind of post on those, I don't want to say smaller platforms, but like on Instagram and TikTok, that they prefer and also prefer the community on Instagram. I feel like I need to get a bit more back into my Instagram game. And yeah, it's just been really exciting. It's been really motivating. And I have also bought a lot of things. I bought one of the tote bags, one because they're really cute. Two, I wish that I'd gotten in early enough to get one of the pink ones. I don't know if that was one from the Friends of Fiction Fest or the VIB club thing that they were doing, the different tickets, or whether they were selling them in the morning and that was it. But so many people are so sold out of things, which is really, really nice. The authors are all really nice. I got my copy of Dawn of the Firebird signed. I haven't even read it yet. I was meaning to start it before coming here, but Sarah's actually the only author that I specifically knew about before coming. It's quite funny because I bought the book in paper and Word a few months ago now, and I hadn't really heard anything about it, and then as soon as I bought it I started seeing it everywhere, and for me it was totally a cover buy, so that was quite exciting to meet her. She was really, really lovely. She was taking so much time with everyone to like have a little bit of a chat, and I came with I always take my dust jackets off my hardcovers if I'm taking them anywhere, and she was like, that is so smart, and she was saying about like dropping them and ruining them. And I literally just ordered a hardcover copy of Onyx Storm on Vinted like last week, and the poor girl messaged me the next day being like, I'm so sorry, I've had to cancel and refund your order because I dropped it in a puddle. And that has also low-key traumatized me. So yeah, don't travel with your dust jackets, guys, because even if the naked hardback gets a bit dented, at least you've got a dust jacket to cover it up and display afterwards. But yeah, it's been a lovely time. I'm going to go get coffee and some food. Everyone's going into this place next door called Society, but I think I'm going to go back to the cafe that I got a coffee from this morning called Haunt, because the food looked so good. I'd noted down a few talks that I wanted to go to, but I think just because I want a bit of a break, I'm not going to go to any more until I've had some food, and then I can come back refreshed, see if there's any that I want to go to, any more stalls or authors that I'm kind of interested in. I've only bought one book from an author's stall, and that's because she had a big sign. Let me fish it up. She had a big sign above her table that had fantasy romance plus female rage, and I was like, I'm so here for that. And then I went and she said that it was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I was like, I'm sold. And it's such a gorgeous cover. So this is Storm Lomax's book called The Wrath of the Never Queen, and it just has been self-published. I don't know if I've ever bought a self-published author's book, but it was just so exciting. I just thought it sounded really cool. Got a little free bookmark with it. Yeah, I just thought it sounded great. I mean, I love Beauty and the Beast. That was one of my favorite Disney films growing up, and I just think this could be really, really interesting. The main character, Shivani, is a witch, and she gets taken and drugged to dull her witchcraft and taken to the castle against her will. So I think this will be really fun to get. God knows when I'm going to actually read this, but they were so lovely, so that was really exciting. Like, honestly, the author's table was so cool. I also, because I spent over £20 at the Fiction Fest's own little merch stand, I got to spin their little wheel. I didn't even film it because I didn't realise that it was a thing or that it was there. And I won a tiara, so I guess I'm gonna have to wear this later when I do my haul, but it's literally so cute. I had to pick the pink one. If they had lilac, like a purple one, I maybe would have picked that, but this is so cute. I just think everything's been organised so nicely, and I'm honestly really, really impressed for the first time an event is being put on. I really hope that all of you organisers, if any of you even get to watching this, honestly, this event has been so lovely, and if this is going to be an annual thing, then I'm going to be here annually, because this is just so much fun, and it's just so nice to see so many bookish creators and like actually feel a part of the community, and just how many people around you are all there for the same thing and loving books and just having a great time, even though I'm here by myself, just like, you know, wandering around, getting little clips, buying loads of little things. I'm gonna go get a coffee and some food because my body needs it, because literally all I've had today is a coffee and a pastry. This morning isn't the most sustainable, so let's go, and then we'll head back in and see if there's anything else that we want to do or look at. So I hope you can hear me over the wind. I went and had my lunch. I popped back inside, and I was literally one away from getting into the Cozy Fantasy talk in the little room, and I was so gutted, but you know what, I had a bit of a wander around again. I didn't buy anything else. I picked up one more free book from the little library thing, and then I just met Laura, who's literally like my favourite booktuber at the moment, so that was really fun. And she was literally saying like that she was kind of done with the event as well, and I caught her just in time. So she's saying everyone there has been so lovely, and I feel like exactly the same. So that is my day done. I will probably do like a little haul, maybe when I get back to the car rather than at home, and then I've got to go pick something up from my friend who lives near Manchester, and then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna try find somewhere to put all these new books and new bookish things. So that is Fiction Fest done. I really hope that they do it again next year, because that was honestly such a good time. Yeah, I will show you all my bits in a bit. I don't know what's going on, but I can literally hear like opera. I think there's a busker. Oh no, there's a march? Some sort of like protest. Oh, I see Ukrainian flags. Okay. Love that. Manchester's got such a good vibe to it today. It is literally so windy outside. I felt like I was getting blown away. I swear my hair is so tangled now. But we've made it. I've got my bags of stuff next to me, and I'm just gonna go through everything quickly before I drive home, so that I don't just get home and sit down and forget, because otherwise it will literally sit next to my bookshelf for 3 days and I'll forget to show you because I'm busy tomorrow as well. Okay, so obviously first up, let me take my jacket out from here. First up, I've got the tote bag. I wish that there was pink ones still, but the black is actually still really nice. It's lovely and embroidered on the front, and I love that it's a wider tote bag. They really knew what they were doing, making sure that it was wide for all the books. Let's start off with, they had like a little free library exchange thing. It was very much like the little book exchange event that I went to in Leeds not that long ago, where it was basically like people had taken their own books and then you could either donate books or pick some up. And I actually went back
twice because I was like, well, after I went back in after lunch, I was like, I'm gonna go and just have a quick scan before I leave to see if anything new had been put down. But these were the two that I picked up first. This one was on the little table rather than on the shelf, and I feel like I'm in a bit of a spacey mood at the moment. Has anyone else been following some of the Artemis 2 launch, their mission? They just landed this morning, I think it was. I think it was like 1 a.m. or something UK time. But yeah, I just saw, I'm not gonna lie, hardbacks always draw me in, especially when they're like a little skinny hardback. And this is actually a, oh, take that out. This is actually a queer romance in a high noon standoff with Earth's uncertain future. Just thought that this sounded really cool. And then as soon as I saw that it was a queer romance as well, that's what made me pick it up. I think humans have left Earth and someone has traveled back and she's looking for someone. Yeah, one night a ship falls from the sky, bringing the planet's first visitor in 300 years. She's armed, she's scared, and she's looking for someone. So I guess this someone that she's looking for might be who the romance is with. I just thought it was really cute. I didn't even look at the, oh, it's got like a little turtle thing on the spine. I love when naked hardcover spines have like an extra little element on. At that same, my first little trip, I picked up this by Louise O'Neill. It's called The Surface Breaks. I have read Louise O'Neill previously. What are her books called now? I literally put them out on my shelf with my reorganization recently. But I didn't realize that she had a retelling of The Little Mermaid, and also the cover is just gorgeous. I saw Louise O'Neill's name on the spine and I was like, I literally have to investigate more and see what this is. Oh my god, it's like scales. That's cute. I love the Disney's Little Mermaid, and I think it's really intriguing, the original tale, what happens at the end. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even read the blurb or anything for this. I just thought it's Louise O'Neill, who I haven't read in ages. I've been wanting to reread my books of hers, and it's a retelling, and I feel like retellings used to be so in, and then it really dropped off for ages. What were those ones called where it was almost like a steampunk version of fairy tales? The Cinders and whatever the other ones were called. I definitely remember reading the first one, but then I never continued with those books. But I think it's fun to get back into a fairy tale era. And the cover is just gorgeous. It's got silver foiling on it. It's got lovely illustrations. And then when I went back the second time, I saw the spine of this and I was like, okay, let's just see what this is about. And then I read the tiny little blurb bit at the top, and it says, in a world of 1920s decadence and excess, Francesca May's irresistible debut weaves a dazzling tale of dark magic, romance, and murder. I love 1920s, and the little quote at the beginning of this as well is F. Scott Fitzgerald from The Great Gatsby, and when I first read The Great Gatsby, I literally loved it. It was the first book that I read where I really felt like my understanding and what I was enjoying had kind of grown up a little bit. I'd love to reread it again now. I feel like I'm really in a mood to reread, but I'm also very aware that I have lots of books, and I've also just picked up loads of new books. But that was honestly the only thing that I needed to pick this up. I think a 1920s setting is really intriguing. I don't feel like I've read many books, especially many, I don't know what the fantasy elements are, but I think it's really fun to have a fantasy that isn't set in your kind of typical fantasy world and also isn't present day. So I'm very excited for this one. So those were the 3 books that I picked up from the free little bookshelf thing. What should we go for next? Obviously I did not buy this. This is my copy of Dawn of the Firebird, which I haven't read yet, as I'm sure I said earlier. You got to get a little art print as well. You could only pick one, and most people had picked the other one, but I decided to pick this. Sarah said that she prefers this one. Well, not that she prefers it. I asked which one was her favourite and she was like, oh, I don't know, I think this one. And I like that it's kind of comic book style with the writing on. But yeah, I got it signed and dedicated, which is really fun. I haven't been and gotten a book signed in so many years, probably about 10 years. She was so lovely. That is the book that I owned that I took. Thank God that I didn't need to take any more than one book with me, because otherwise my arms would have dropped off. If I ever do anything like this again, especially if there's an event where there's quite a few authors or books that I have that I want to get signed, I'm going to invest in one of those little box trolley things, because also for my work, I feel like they'd be quite useful. So maybe I'll have to get one if I feel like it's necessary. What is the little bookshop, the little pop-up bookshop that they had? Oh, I got a little art print as well. That's so cute. The little pop-up bookshop that I already have forgotten the name of. I tried to pick up business cards for a lot of things that I was just walking past and people that I bought stuff from. But from the little pop-up bookshop on the ground floor, I picked up this partly because the cover is stunning. The spine is like a holographic foil. And I just thought this sounded really interesting. It's called The Last Starborn Seer by Venetia Constantine, which also is a stunning name. Picked it up to look at it because on the bookmarks on the table, it said that it was kind of Tolkien vibes. And that just really intrigued me because even though I haven't actually read Lord of the Rings before, but I just thought that was a really intriguing comparison to make, because I feel like, especially nowadays with so much romantasy and more cozy fantasy, even a lot of high fantasy doesn't necessarily get compared to Tolkien or isn't advertised as being that sort of world or writing. But this is about a girl who has got some Starborn magic, which gives her prophetic visions, which is so interesting. I've never read anything with magic like that before. And I realise I also don't know if this is a standalone or the start of a series. I'm very bad at knowing or looking into those things. But I just thought it sounded really interesting, really intriguing. I loved the cover. Please don't reverse into my car. Having to go around and around. It's also got a really cute spine. I love a cute spine. And yeah, I just thought it's so nice to just have a bit of a browse and pick up books that you read a little bit about and you just think that actually sounds really up my alley, instead of it always being about things that you hear of online. Do let me know if you have heard of this, read this. How can you not want to read this? I feel like this was a bit of a cover buy, along with how Dawn of the Firebird was a cover buy for me. And then since then, I've literally heard so much about it. So I wonder now if, now that I've picked this up, maybe I'm literally going to see this everywhere and on everyone's socials. It's so gorgeous. And then, oh, that's that art print. This is the art print that I got with it. And then also with it, they had some of these decorating the tables, and I didn't realize that I was going to get this free with the book. But it's like promotional bunting for it. This must be from the publishers, right? But I just thought, like, how fun. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but it's really cute. And it's got the art on. Maybe even if I don't keep the full thing, I'll at least keep one triangle from it, because it's got the cover art on one side and she's literally so cute and gorgeous. But what a like random thing to get. I like when you get little freebies and when there's something a little bit different to them. Don't ask me why, but this is giving me Stardust vibes. And maybe it's just because the book has star in the title. Oh my gosh, I do have one more book to talk about, but I've just found this in the bottom of my bag and I kind of forgot that I bought it. But there was a woman there who was selling all of her really lovely crochet stuff, and it was all really nice, like kind of natural, neutral colors. But she had these little mice, and she was saying that they were selling so well. People were buying them for their cats. I would give this to my, oh my god, it's got a little shaker in it. I feel like I might try and keep this looking nice for a bit before I give it to my cats. Maybe I should have bought multiples. But it was literally only £2 and it's so adorable. I love the wool on this, the yarn, is that what you call it? Because it's like speckled with colours, and he's just so cute. I don't remember if I picked up if she had any business cards or anything, but I'll have a look in the programme and insert who it was. I'll put everyone's details of everything that I bought in the description down below. It's so cute. It's gonna just go up there for now with my other, let me just show you. I've got these, I'll show you that in a minute. He's just like, just put him in there for now. This is Lana Del Rey, this is Wild Garlic, and this is Ray Donovan. The last book that I picked up, and this is the only one that I bought from an author stand. There was a lot that I didn't kind of go up to. I think that's just kind of my bad for feeling a bit awkward of like going up and having a bit of a chat with someone and then not buying their book. But like I said, they had the banner above their stall and I was just so intrigued. So this is Wrath of the Never Queen. Gorgeous little pink cover, little free bookmark, little dedication, so cute. I love when authors put like a little heart and stuff. They said the event was going really well for them, which is so nice to hear. It's just so nice to hear that everyone was having such a good time and having such good engagement, even if everyone wasn't going up to all of the stands. So that's all of the books that I got. I'm just going to show everything else as I pull it out from bags. But there was one author stand that I went up to. They didn't have any books for sale there, but they just had lots of, honestly, their stand was so cool. I don't remember if I got any footage of it, but I picked this up because I'm not gonna lie, partly it's the art that really intrigued me. This has a little sampler for the first 10 chapters of their book called The Blood Plagues, and it is a dark fantasy romance, but it's all kind of medieval sort of inspired, but all of the artwork is like actual classic painting artwork sort of vibes, and I was just so intrigued by the vibe of this stand. The author was in one of the little panels when I went over, so it was their mum keeping watch on the stand, which I just thought was so nice that their mum was there looking after the little stand for them. So I picked up this and a bookmark wherever the bookmark is. Somewhere in here, here's my crown that I think I showed before that I won. This is literally so cute. That I won from the little raffle wheel that I got to spin. I picked up this from is it a publisher's or is it just, oh, it's just one author. Okay, so Jade Church. I didn't end up going back and looking specifically at any of the books, but I will probably look them up online and maybe see if I can get them on my iPad. But it has this little like quiz of what you should read first, and it just reminded me so much of, you know, the like girly magazines that you used to get. And it would be like some sort of personality quiz or something like that. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. It's also got like a little tick list on the back. It tells you the standalones and then which ones are in series, which is really fun. They actually have so many books. Oh my god, here it is. Is it this one? I think this is the bookshop that had the pop-up stand. It's called the Mysterious Bookcase, and they are based in Bournemouth. I've only ever been to Bournemouth once, and I went for a uni open day over 10 years ago now. Just a couple bits and bobs, bookmarks of like upcoming books. So, or some of the authors that were there had little bookmarks for their novels. So sometimes I pick them up as like a little reminder so I don't forget. And then at the Illumicrate and Afterlight, I don't know which strain the Afterlight is, they had some free pens, and they're honestly, the woman there sat at the table was like, these pens are honestly so nice. And we had like a tiny little chat about how the best pens are always the ones that you get for free at like events and stuff. And then I went a little bit ham at the Fiction Fest's own little merch stand. So obviously I got the tote bag. I won the tiara because I spent over £20, but I got the metal bookmark, which is literally so nice. I don't think I've ever seen a bookmark like this where it's metal and then it's got like the dangly metal bit as well. I got the paper bookmark as well just because I thought it was really cute. It's got the date on it and everything as like a little memento. I do have some more stickers in here somewhere. I'll pull them out if I find them, but yeah, I got a load of little stickers. I thought this was really cute because it's FFUK, so it kind of sounds like, you know, FFUK off I'm reading, which is really cute. And then this little dragon one, I got 3 of these. One for me, one for Abby, and one for my friend Nat for our little book club pals. What else is in here? Oh my god, the Bookscape books stand were giving away free bookmarks and little sweet packets. They were like, we know that people are going to need these during the day, and I thought that was really sweet because there wasn't really any food at the venue, which is why I ended up going out for lunch afterwards. I bought this little, oh my god, what was this girl's stand called? It was so cute. I'm sure I put in a little sticker. Oh, there are some other stickers. This is literally going on for ages. I'm gonna have to message my friend and be like, sorry I'm late. Oh yeah, this is the other sticker that I got, and then the 2 dragons. This is so chaotic. Maybe I should have waited until I got home actually. Those are the bookmarks I got from Bookscape Books. They do a subscription, so I might look into that, but I'm not really in a financial position to be having a subscription come in every month. But they had loads of bookmarks, so obviously I got the little fantasy one, and it's got like a review thing on the back, which is really nice. I'm gonna have to put her details on the screen and in the description below. But she had these really sweet little laser cut out little TBR boards, and you get a little dry erase marker in it so you can put what you're reading now, what you're reading next, and like the upcoming ones that you want to read, and I just thought this would look really cute on my shelf. Obviously I got the girly pink colours, but she was so lovely. Honestly, everyone was just so nice. It was really a lovely time. And then, which is this one? Oh my gosh, this woman's stand, what is she called? Emily Harvey. Everything of hers, all of her branding is lilac. And that is what drew me in, because I am a lilac girly. And all of her pins are so gorgeous. She basically designs a pin and a new pin goes up each month. It's not a subscription box that you get every month. It's basically, she puts one on sale, and when they sell out, they sell out. She had some smaller ones, she had the month's current pin, and then she had some backlog of pins. And I had to get this one because it's literally so adorable. It's a little wishing well, and it's got this little chain bit, the bucket swings, and it says, make a wish and say, why not me? All of her stuff was about self-affirmation and believing in yourself, and it was just so lovely. She's also got a Kickstarter up at the moment, which goes until the end of the month, she said, for this big kind of journal book. And it's literally like a fairy tale book. It's so cute, and she's already way over exceeded how much she wanted to get. I think she was saying she needed to raise about 2,000 and she's raised 7,000. So honestly, book community, or just little bits and bobs community. You know what I mean? Girly pop, girls supporting girls is what I feel like this all is. But yeah, how gorgeous. I'm really trying not to ruffle too much while I'm talking. I also got this bookmark that was on the table near where the little free library thing was for Dreamer's Castle Book Club. I honestly haven't even looked at this until now, but they do a monthly book club and community. So maybe I will have a look at the... Oh wait, no, I think I did talk to these people. Maybe they were near there, but they have a Discord and they discuss a book every month, I think. And then the last bits, which I think these were one of the first things that I bought actually. And I went over there because I saw this bookmark first, so I picked up a few bits for my friends. So I got this for Abby. She loves anything yellow. The sunflowers really reminded me of her as well. It's just a little bookmark, says just one more chapter and to be continued on this side. And then I also picked up, oh, I forgot they put me some little free stickers in. That's so cute. Shelf one. I also picked up this little fantasy reader sticker. And then I got this sticker pack. I kind of had it in mind for my friend Nat, purely because of the scream mask person on the front. It says, I prefer my men in masks, which is really hilarious. So I think Nat will appreciate that. I did their little... Loads of people had this, almost like a little gumball machine, where it was not a raffle, what's it called? A mystery prize thing. So the one that I won was you got to pick, it was one of the sticker packs, one of the key rings, or a little pouch or something, and I picked this key ring. I think this design is really cute, the kind of motel key rings, but it's a lilac dragon and it says book dragon on the back, and I just feel like this is one of the most me things that I've ever seen. I said to the people there, I was like, this is literally my color. It's a new design that they've put on a load of stuff, and I was like, good, because this is adorable. I will have to double check which stand this was. That just says handmade with love, but again, I'll put everything on the screen while I'm talking about it. I will put everything down in the description. But honestly, what a massive achievement putting on this event was. So again, if any of the girls, the organisers, are watching this, well done, because this was so enjoyable, and all of the stands that were there, you could really tell that everyone really cared about what they were doing and what we were all there for. And even though I only went to one of the talks, I was so gutted. I was literally one away from getting in to the Cozy Fantasy talk. There's 2 people ahead of me and they were like, we've only got 2 spaces left. Sad. But you know, that was where my journey was meant to end. And now I feel like I've been sat here. How long have I been talking for? I've literally been talking for half an hour, and I told my friend that I would have been with her by now because I need to go pick up something for work next week. But thank you so much for joining along with me, even though I didn't chat to the camera much while I was actually in there. It was just so busy and I just felt a little bit awkward because I haven't done much. I can take this off. I haven't done much vlogging out and about yet, but thanks so much for joining. If any of you were there, please let me know how it went for you, what you thought, what you picked up, what your favourite parts of the day was. Thanks so much for joining, and I will speak to you next time. Bye, my loves.